I was so happy. Of course, like as you walk up to the board to see what you got, everyone is like, congratulations, before you even saw what you got.
I didn't say anything, I was speechless, but in a good way. Just, I hung up the phone without saying goodbye and I didn't talk. I was like, really? What? And it took me a day or two to finally realize, oh man, I got Eponine.
It was a shock, and I didn't think I could do it. Like, I had no confidence, because I've never acted before, I've never sung on stage, solos before. So it was a big shock, but Mr. Engel kind of lightened it a bit.
Once you get here, it gives you the very specifics of what every rehearsal is.
I typically start choosing a show as we're wrapping up the previous show. So right around this time of year, I start ordering in scripts, and I read scripts and start listening to the music of different shows and seeing what I think fits and what doesn't fit. And usually by May, I've picked the show.
Right-hand side are all of the dimensions.
When you choose a show, you want to choose a show that people are going to see. And you want to choose a show that suits some of the students that you have. Not to say that we precast, but you have to know that you've got people to fill roles. You know, so you kind of look at the people that you have, you decide what roles you think they could fill. You look at some shows that might have that, because certainly vocal ranges and danceability and all those things play into a show. And then you know, finally it comes down to a couple, and you've just got to go with your gut and pick one.
Well, I didn't know much about the show to begin with, but I knew that it was completely, entirely sung through. And I don't think Colonial Players has ever done anything like that before, so I knew this was going to be a huge project for us, and that we'd be putting in a lot more time than usual.
I'd listened to some of the songs, like Master of the House and the more famous ones, but I really didn't know a whole lot about it, but I was still excited because all my friends had loved it, and I heard that it was an amazing show, so I couldn't wait.
I didn't really know what it was. Sorry, I'm sorry. Kill me, I know, greatest show ever. But I didn't really know what it was. But I think I found out before other people, so that's something.
First cast meeting, Mr. Engel played One Day More for us, and I'd never heard any music from this show before.
The first cast meeting is obviously the first opportunity where you actually get to hear about the show from the directors.
Engel said first cast meeting on the first day that this was going to be a long haul and a long challenge, but everybody else who's ever done the show said that it's just the most amazing and remarkable thing to be a part of.
That really got me started, get ready for the show.
All of the lumber that we need to build up the entire surface of the stage so that it'll meet with the revolve is going to cost a lot of money.
When Mr. Engel decided that we were doing it around April or May of last year, we started thinking about what the sets look like. Mr. Engel and I spent some time together talking about those things. I kind of am a sounding board a little bit for him at times with that. And then we talked about getting the rights and royalties, which we actually bought last year. And from there, we start putting together a team of a technical director and a lighting designer and a sound director, and starting thinking about the things that we need and how much money it's going to cost us. And we actually do budgetary stuff. Starting as early as September, November.
Because of the rotating stage that we wanted to use, we really had a lot of work that we had to do there. And because the entire show is sung through, there was a lot of issues around the planning of that, because most musicals have speaking lines and music and then singing, and this goes straight through with all music. So that was a different challenge of its own.